Hi everyone, in this video we are going to be looking at solution to 3 questions. All 3 questions are from the chapter Coordinate Geometry, appeared as part of the sample paper given by the CBSE board. For term 1 examination, multiple choice question, standard version of the sample paper for academic year 21-22 appeared as part of section B. All 3 questions are interesting questions, they are not that easy but they are not difficult either. Let's get started. The vertices of a parallelogram in order are ABCD. We'll look at the coordinates in a while, let's not bother about it right now. What we need to find out are the values of x and y. What is x? X is the x coordinate of the vertex C and y is the y coordinate of vertex B. So, we need to find out these two. We are going to be using one very important property of parallelogram to be able to solve it. You can solve this question in more than one way. The easiest way is what we are picking right now. The property of a parallelogram that we are going to be using, a parallelogram is a quadrilateral where opposite sides are parallel and therefore opposite sides are equal. Let's mark the vertices A, B, C, D. AC is a diagonal to the parallelogram and BD is a diagonal to the parallelogram. There are two properties of diagonals. One, the diagonals are unequal, good but not going to be useful for this question. The second property of diagonal is going to be useful to us, and that property is the diagonals bisect each other, which means BD will bisect AC, AC will bisect BD. The point where they meet, let's call this point to be equal to O. O will be the midpoint of diagonal AC and O is the midpoint of diagonal BD. So, O is midpoint of AC, O is also the midpoint of BD. This is the property that we are going to be using to solve this question. So, we will compute the coordinates of point O as midpoint of AC. So, if let us say the coordinates of A are x1, y1, the coordinates of C are x2, y2, then we know the coordinates of the midpoint will be x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. That is what we are going to do to compute the coordinates of O as midpoint of AC, that is exercise 1. Step 2, we will compute the coordinates of O as midpoint of BD. Then we will equate these two to find out the value of x and y. So, these are the steps involved. So, quickly mark the coordinates. The coordinates of A are 1, 2, the coordinates of C are x, 6. So, we are going to compute the coordinates of O as midpoint of AC. So, that is going to be equal to x1 plus x2 by 2, x1 plus x2 by 2, which is 1 plus x divided by 2, and y1 plus y2 by 2, which is 2 plus 6 divided by 2. So, let us simplify and write it. This is going to be equal to x plus 1 by 2, 2 plus 6 is 8, 8 by 2 is equal to 4. So, the coordinates of point O computed as midpoint of AC basically works out to x plus 1 by 2, 4. Let us run through this exercise, computing the coordinates of O as midpoint of BD. So, we will pick basically coordinates of point B and D and do x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. x1 plus x2 by 2 in this case will be 4 plus 3 divided by 2. y1 plus y2 by 2 will be equal to y plus 5 divided by 2. This is essentially equal to S7 by 2, y plus 5 by 2. So, it is very evident that O, the coordinates of O, whether you compute it as midpoint of AC or as midpoint of BD, should be one and the same. So, let us equate the two. Let us equate the x coordinates of O computed as midpoint of AC and midpoint of BD. So, that will be x plus 1 by 2, x plus 1 divided by 2 will be equal to 7 by 2, because this is the x coordinate computed in this method, this is the x coordinate computed in this method. Let us equate the y coordinates as well. In this case, it is equal to 4. So, 4 is equal to y plus 5 divided by 2. 2 gets cancelled with 2. Take the 1 to the right hand side. So, the value of x is equal to 6. One part done. Cross multiply this 2. 8 is equal to y plus 5. Take the 5 to the other side. We will make 3 equal to y, or y is equal to 3. So, value of x is equal to 6. The value of y is equal to 3. So, key point that we used is that property of parallelogram, that the diagonals are unequal and bisect each other, which means the midpoint of AC will be the same as the midpoint of BD. In this question, it's again a beautiful question. The equation of the perpendicular bisector of the line segment joining AB is what is asked, right? We are going to be using one very important property of bisectors, perpendicular bisectors of line, right? We have a line, let us say this is line AB, perpendicular bisector of the line. So, it is one perpendicular to it, it is bisecting it, which means that it is called this point as O. OA will be equal to OB, it is dividing it into two equal parts. Any point you pick on this perpendicular bisector, it could be this point, this point, this point, we'll call it as P1, P2, P3. Any point you pick on the perpendicular bisector, it will be equidistant from these 2 points A and B, right? So OA will be equal to OB, that's a point on this perpendicular bisector. So will P3B will be equal to P3A, P2B will be equal to P2A, P1B will be equal to P1A, so on and so forth. So let's pick some point P whose coordinates are going to be x comma y. So PA will be equal to PB. That's an essential concept to solve this question. So I'm going to pick a point P whose coordinates are x comma y. Coordinates of A are known to us, which is 4 comma 5. Coordinates of B are known to us, which is equal to minus 2 comma 3. So what we're going to say is, because this line, we'll call this line to be equal to RS. RS is a perpendicular bisector of AB. Any point lying on the perpendicular bisector will be equidistant from the 2 endpoints A and B. So PA is equal to PB. If PA equals PB, then PA square will be equal to PB square. Square of the distance is x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square, right? Let's take this point to be x2 y2 and this point to be x1 y1 when you are computing PB. When you are computing PA, x2 y2 and x1 y1. So let's find out PA square, which is x minus 4 the whole square plus y minus 5 the whole square, which is PA square. This is equal to x minus of minus 2, which is x plus 2 the whole square plus y minus 3 the whole square. Let's do the expansion in the next slide. X minus 4 the whole square, we'll do that first. X square minus 8x plus 16, right? That is x minus 4 the whole square plus y minus 5 the whole square, which is y square minus 10y plus 25. This is equal to x plus 2 the whole square, which is x square plus 4x plus a 4 plus what do we have here? Y minus 3 the whole square, which is y square minus 6y plus 9. X square gets cancelled with x square both sides. Y square gets cancelled with y square on both sides. Let's take all x terms to one side. We have a minus 8x here plus 4x here. Take the minus 8x to the right hand side, which will make it as 12x. We have a minus, so this is done, this is done. Minus 10y here, minus 6y here. Let's take the minus 10y to the right hand side, will become plus 10y minus 6y, which will make it as plus 4y. So let's keep all these variables on the right hand side. Keep the constants this side. 16 plus 25 is a 41. 9 plus 4 is equal to 13, so it will become minus 13. So 12x plus 4y is equal to 12x plus 4y is equal to 28 is the equation of the perpendicular bisector. Right. Why is this the equation of the perpendicular bisector? What is an equation? Equation is essentially to find out any point on that line x comma y, on that particular line. So if the points are x and y, it will basically satisfy this equation, which is how we know that it is that line we are talking about. All of these values 12, 4 and 28 are divisible by 4. Let's divide it and bring it to its least form. So 12 divided by 4 is a 3x, 4 divided by 4 is a y, 28 divided by 4 is equal to 7. 3x plus 7 is equal to 3x plus y is equal to 7. Let's check out which answer option matches. 3x plus y is equal to 7. 3x plus y minus 7 is equal to 0 is essentially the answer to this question. Right. So the key idea is basically any point on the perpendicular bisector will be equidistant from the 2 endpoints. That's the idea that we have used to solve this question. This again is a very interesting question. Point P divides a line segment RS, coordinates are known, in the ratio k is to 1, okay, and P lies on this line x minus y plus 2 is equal to 0. What we need to find out is in what ratio does it divide, what is this value of k is what we need to find out, right. Quickly mark this, let's say this is point R, this is point S, coordinates we can write it later, right. We have a line which is x minus y plus 2, right. Now point P, let's pick this point P somewhere here, it is dividing this line segment in the ratio k is to 1, right. It could be a 5 by 3 is to 1, 7 by 9 is to 1, some ratio it divides it. And this point P also lies on this line segment x minus y plus 2 is equal to 0. This is the information that we have. So what we are going to do first is we will apply the section formula, compute the coordinates of point P in terms of k. Do we know the coordinates of R? Yes, minus 1 comma 3, that is known to us. Do we know the coordinates of point S? We know that that is equal to 9 comma 8. It's dividing it in the ratio of k is to 1. So if a point P whose coordinates are x comma y divides a line segment joining 2 points x1 y1 x2 y2 in the ratio of k is to 1, then the coordinates of point P are given by kx2 plus x1 divided by k plus 1 comma ky2 plus y1 divided by k plus 1. This is what we have. This is what we have. What do we have? x1 y1 minus 1 comma 3, x2 y2 9 comma 8, k is to 1. So we'll get the coordinates of P in terms of k. Let's just do that first. So kx2, k into 9, which is 9k plus x1 is equal to minus 1. So 9k minus 1 is what we'll have. 9k minus 1 divided by k plus 1, comma ky2, k into 8, which is 8k plus y1, which is equal to plus 3 divided by k plus 1 is what we have. So these are the x and y coordinates of point P. Now point P lies on this line x minus y plus 2 is equal to 0. So we substitute the coordinates of point P, the values of x and y that you got in terms of k in this equation. It should satisfy this equation. So let's do that. Coordinates of x are 9k minus 1 by k plus 1. So let's do that. 9k minus 1 divided by k plus 1, x minus y. So what are the coordinates of y? 8k plus 3 divided by k plus 1, 8k plus 3 divided by k plus 1, plus 2 is equal to 0. We'll call it as minus 2, taking the plus 2 to the other side. Now k plus 1 is a common denominator. We'll cross multiply it. Will become minus 2 times of k plus 1. Numerator is essentially going to be 9k minus 1 minus of this value, which is minus 8k minus 3 is what we have. 9k minus 8k is a k, minus 4 is equal to minus 2k minus 2. Take the minus 2k to the left hand side, which will make it as k minus of minus 2k, k plus 2k, which is equal to 3k is equal to the minus 4 goes to right hand side as a plus 4, 4 minus 2 is equal to 2. 3k equals to, translating to k is equal to 2 by 3, right. So this question solving entailed two parts. One, computing the coordinates of point P in terms of k using the section formula. Then after having got that, substituting that in the equation of the line, because if P is a point on this line, then the coordinates of P should satisfy this equation, and then we got the value of k. K is equal to 2 by 3. Answer option A is the correct answer to this question.
Before you leave, I want you to do two things. One, sign up at online.maxtute.com to get started with CBSE Class 10 Math online tuitions. It takes all of 5 minutes and less than 3 steps to get started. And second thing, I want you to subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so that you get notified every time a new video is uploaded. Spread the word about this channel to your friends and classmates.